1,400 stimulus checks, state and local aid, money to reopen schools. In this video, I'll be discussing the 8 key points of the $1.9 trillion stimulus package Joe Biden recently proposed. But before we get started, guys, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe, hit the like button once again. Let's get right into it.
Point one for many people of this $1.9 trillion stimulus package is the administration is looking for 1,400 checks. President Joe Biden is trying to make good on Democrats' promise to send more money to households in the form of one-time checks. So basically like the previous two that we have received. Its proposal will send out 1,400 per person for those under certain incomes. So basically if you qualify for the previous two checks, most likely you'll qualify for this third check. But if you want to keep up with more details, please subscribe to the channel. I'll keep you guys updated weekly. Topping off the 600 checks that come as part of the December relief package. So basically here he has received backlash because he has promised $2,000 in the Georgia Senate race. But now he's saying 1,400 checks are coming out. But at the end of the day, we're both receiving help. So at least some help is coming your way. The point of this $1.9 trillion stimulus package proposal is basically he's asking an extension for unemployment benefits for $400 a week. Let's take a read of what he had to say. This is an article by New York Times, so this is my source. Mr. Biden is asking Congress to extend emergency unemployment insurance programs to the end of September. So basically, if you're receiving unemployment right now, he wants to extend it all the way to September. They are set to expire in mid-March while providing a $400 per week unemployment insurance supplement to hard-hit workers. So basically, the extension that was provided in December ends in March. So that's why they want to extend all the way to September. Let's keep reading this. The amount is higher than what lawmakers included in the December stimulus, which provided $300 supplement for 11 weeks, but is also lower than the $600 weekly benefit included in the first package in March. So basically, a lot of people have mixed emotions based on this second key point in this package, but it's probably up to you to be the judge whether this is good or not. I think basically schools could get money to reopen. As many of you guys know, a lot of schools have been shut down, which hurts the economy a lot. So they want to get the schools up and running again. Let's take a read again. Schools could get money to reopen. The administration says it wants to make the necessary investments to meet the president-elect goal of safety reopening a majority of kindergartens to 8th grade schools within Mr. Biden's first 100 days. So basically he wants to reopen schools within the first 100 days, but he wants to open them safely. Administration officials are suggesting $170 billion for school supplement by additional state and local funds, about $130 billion of what would go towards reopening, while much of the rest of the money would go to help colleges dealing with the shift to distance learning and other pandemic-tied problems. So basically, they also want to help colleges because a lot more people are going to want to take online classes. So they want to help colleges transition to more online classes, I assume. Once again, this is a source, New York Times, so you guys want to go take a read yourselves. The source is New York Rise. You guys know a lot of states have different minimum wage, but they want to raise the federal minimum wage because there's a lot of states who have a very low minimum wage. Let's take a read. After holding steady at $7.25 per hour for more than a decade, the federal minimum wage could rise to $15 per hour under the proposal, which would also end the trip minimum wage and sub-minimum wage for people with disabilities. Many states and locations have already raised their own wage floors. It is not clear how quickly the higher wage would phase in. So basically they want to raise minimum wage to $15 an hour across the country, but they don't know how long this will take in effect. Yet again, I think this is a good idea, but then it'll hurt a lot of small businesses in my personal opinion. But once again, it's just a personal fifth key point. States could get help. Mr. Biden's plan would provide $140 billion in help in communities, according to the administration. In addition to the funds for school reopening, the relief plan would entitle billions in grants and loans programs for small businesses. How those will work is not entirely clear, and $350 billion in emergency funds for state, local, and territorial governments. State and local governments have had revenue decline loss at a whole than once anticipated, but have also taken an uneven financial hit for the pandemic. So basically the states are hurting a lot just because a lot of the state taxes are not getting paid, just because a lot of people are not spending money because they don't have money. So that's why they want to help out the states, so the states cannot cut jobs like federal jobs or state jobs. Like if you work for a government, they don't want to let you go because they don't have enough money to keep all the employees. I think this is the reason why they want to help out states a lot, just because the states are also hurting. Point. Public health measures are also the four. Mr. Biden is asking for $160 billion in funding for a national vaccine programs, extended testing, a public health jobs program, and other steps met to fight the virus, according to the administration's summary. The plan would invest $20 billion in a national vaccine program in partnership with states, localities, tributes, and territorials, and would try to ensure that people could receive shots free regardless of immigration status. About $50 billion will go towards improving testing, and $40 billion will be earmarked for shortening up protective gear supplies, deploying emergency response personnel, and improving supply manufacturing. So I think they just want to help out the public by having free vaccinations for everybody, no matter if you have a citizenship or not. They just want to help out everyone with vaccine. Whoever wants to get one would get one for free, and they also want to help out the people who don't have a citizenship or residentships. So they want to help out the whole country. I think this is a good idea. Key point: the plan will extend pay leave. Mr. Biden will renew pay leave provisions that were not extended as part of the December package, while eliminating exceptions for big and small employees. This plan will allow for 14 weeks of paid sick and family and medical leave for caregivers dealing with closed schools of care centers, while providing for 1,400 leave benefit for eligible workers. State and local governments and employees with fewer than 500 employees would be reimbursed for the cost with Viva refundable tax credit. Emergency leave provisions will last through the end of September. So this, I'm not too sure what they want to say towards this plan, but whether you think it's a good idea or bad idea, I have no opinion based on this because I'm not too informed in this point. Parents will get financially help. The plan would temporarily increase the size of tax credit for more families and make them refundable, meaning people would get cash even if they do not earn to owe income tax. Under the expand child care tax credit, families and children up to the age of 13 will receive a total of up to $4,000 for one child or $8,000 for two or more children. Families making less than $125,000 per year will receive the full credit, while those earning up to $400,000 will receive a partial credit. So this, I think they just want to help you out if you have kids, even if you don't earn up to $125,000, because then you get taxed a lot, especially in California. But they just want to help out family with kids, in my personal opinion.
So there you have it, guys. Those were the 8 key points in my personal opinion. My source was New York Times, so you guys want to go take a read. Just go to Google, type in $1.9 trillion proposal Joe Biden proposed within the last week or something like that. It'll pop up. But that's the end, guys. Please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel for weekly updates. You guys have a wonderful day.